Hey everyone, and welcome back to Revive Your Hair. If you wear a hair system like I do, you know that one of the biggest challenges is keeping the hair system hair colour consistent with your bio hair on the sides for as long as possible. Now, without using the right product, this can be really challenging. Now, anyone who's been wearing a hair system for a period of time, you will know that after time, hair systems naturally tend to develop these sort of brassy, gingery undertones. Now, the scary thing is that for some people, this can happen literally after a couple of weeks or even a month. And you're thinking, I've just spent $300 on a hair system and it's literally gone down the drain because all of the colour is stripped. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out a couple of new products. I'm going to be walking you through how I use these as a shampoo and a conditioner. It's part of Scruffy Hair Co.'s Colour Shield Haircare Range. Now, you might notice already that the colour of them is purple. Now, please don't be worried. This is very normal for dyed hair. And the actual whole reason it's purple is to actually protect the colour of the hair system hair for longer. And we're also going to throw in Scruffy Hair Leave-In Conditioner. It's UV protective. So again, it's colour protective. I'm going to be using that once we've applied the shampoo, once we've applied the conditioner, just to see how it works on the hair. Now, these products are specifically designed for hair systems and wigs. The whole idea behind them is to protect that colour for as long as possible. In fact, way longer than what your ordinary shampoos and your ordinary conditioners would do. And it's very possible that it would protect that colour even longer than your Olaplexes or your Joicos. So I'm going to be explaining exactly how these products work. I'm going to show you exactly how to use them, and we'll have a look at the end once it's dry and compare it to my natural hair on the sides. And make sure you stick around till the end because I've got a very special discount just for you guys who may well be interested in this product after seeing this video. Now, I'm going to briefly explain to you why the hair on hair systems does become discolored. Effectively, hair system hair doesn't get natural oils from our scalp. As a result, it becomes more porous, more dry, and more prone to discoloration. Every wash, every bit of UV light, every bit of friction slowly strips the pigment out of the hair. Normal shampoos tend to have quite strong detergents in them, and that can open up the cuticle on the base of the system and strip out the colour even faster. Obviously, that's what we don't want, and many of you might have gone through this yourselves and thinking, why is the colour stripping so fast? That's probably the answer. And it's certainly why, if you've got lighter hair like I do, you'll notice that stripping of colour faster. And if you've got sort of much darker hair, you can actually notice the shine goes after a while and the actual hair colour itself just goes quite dull. And that's why products like I'm going to show you in a bit are really important in changing the game and keeping that colour for longer. Now, does it completely stop the colour from being stripped forever? Well, no, nothing can do that. However, it's effectively being promoted as a product which can get you that, can keep you that color and can basically keep that shine for much longer. Now, first we have the purple shampoo. Now, this is sulfate free and it's pH balanced. And this basically means that it cleans gently without aggressively opening up the cuticles on the base of your system. It's also designed for bonded hair systems. So if you've got the hair system on, you want to jump in the shower and use this, it won't break down the adhesive. And also it's got more gentle surfactants than your normal shampoo, meaning less pigment gets stripped when you're using this product, which in layman's terms means the color on the system gets locked in for longer. Now we're going to look at the conditioner. Now, this does two important jobs. Firstly, it smooths down the cuticle after shampooing and it adds a protective barrier. Also, conditioning the strands, so at the very base of the system, reduces friction and that in turn reduces shedding. So shedding is in hair coming off the base of the system. And lastly, of course, like any conditioner, it's just really good at hydrating the hair. And of course, no hair system prep is fully complete without a leave-in conditioner. I talk about this so much on my channel. Now, this is fairly new to the market. It is UV protective, which is great if you live in a sunny country, or even in the UK, if you're sort of walking around in summer, UV is high. It literally forms a protective film for the hair system hair on top. It literally forms a protective film for the hair system hair. So you want to apply this every day. And you absolutely don't want to be washing it out because this is your protection from the sun. It's also your protection from friction if you don't want to wear a do-rag at night or a bonnet, a sleeping head bonnet. it's that protection if you're just sort of like sleeping on your pillow. Something like this is fantastic. Now we're going to actually use these products. So I'm going to take my system off and I'm going to give it a shampoo and a condition. Then I'm going to spray some leave-in conditioner on it. And then at the end of the video, we're going to look and see how it compares to the natural hair on the side of my head. Now, it's really important to know that this system, it's an ultra thin skin, but it is about 2 months old. There is some sort of ever so slight discoloring going on. So let's see how we get on with this. So guys, we have my rug right here. That's off my head. Oh, you can see I've just been cleaning the glue out of it. There's always a little bit of residue, like a little bit of residual glue. But that's what shampoo's kind of quite good for as well. Kind of like getting out any sort of residual glue. And if you can't get out the residual glue after putting shampoo and conditioner on it, a really good idea is to basically use some C22 on it or something similar, which will just basically sort of comb it through. So what we've got here, we've got our purple shampoo. I'd just like to note at this point I have cleared off most of the glue on the back. On the underside, we also have the conditioner right here, and we have the leave-in conditioner, which I will be applying once I have applied the shampoo, applied the conditioner, and then I'm going to let it dry, and then I apply the leave-in conditioner. So I'm going to get the sink running. We're going to get my lovely rug nice and wet. So at this point, once it's quite wet, we're going to want to apply the shampoo. Now, you'll notice that it comes out, surprisingly enough, purple, because it's purple shampoo, right? So as you can see there, if you get this, please don't be alarmed if it comes out purple. That's what it's meant to do. That's what it's meant to look like, okay? And I'd say actually, you can actually use this quite liberally, to be honest. You want to get as much coverage on the actual hair as humanly possible. Now, if you're using a lace base, it works on that as well, which is amazing. It doesn't stain the lace or anything like that. With lace base, when I'm using it, what I really like to do is just squeeze the system, and it squeezes through the lace and you actually get more out of it. Obviously with a poly you can't do that, so you need to apply it a little bit more liberally. A good thing I've noticed already is that some of the glue that's still from the previous bond is actually loosening already, which is great. And it sort of foams up to quite a nice sort of lava there. But you want to make sure you get a good amount of coverage on it, okay? So as you can see there, we've got a really good amount of coverage across the system with the shampoo. And you want to make sure as well, at the front and on the sides, just pull out gently, pull out that shampoo, just so you can get the very edges of it as well. It's really, really important, okay? There's a bit of glue there, which will just slide off. So once that's fully applied and it's all foamy and lathery, at this point, you just want to wash it clean, like so. And it will come out purple, and that's fine. Don't worry, it does not stain your sink basin. Don't worry about that, it won't happen, all right? And already you can see all of the shampoos come out. It smells really nice as well. It smells really nice, almost like a cologne. And you'll see on the side as well, on the underside, as you can see, that's nice and clear. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to pull the camera a little bit closer so you can get a closer view. Put this up a little bit. Oh, this is so professional, isn't it, guys? Okay. Just so you can get a better close up. So that's the shampoo. That's all used, and it's been washed out. Okay. Now we're going to apply the purple conditioner. Now it says here, after using the shampoo, apply conditioner from mid-lengths to ends. Leave on for 2 to 3 minutes, then rinse. Allow for the hair unit to dry completely, and then apply the leave-in conditioner. Okay, so you might remember what I mentioned to you earlier in the video. We said what the conditioner does is it smooths down the cuticles on the base of the system, okay? Now, there's been a bit of friction because the shampoo's been applied. The conditioner smooths it down. So you want to make sure you're really getting to those ends, okay? Now, obviously with conditioner, you don't need to apply it as liberally as the shampoo. A little goes a long way with conditioner, all right? So, I'm gonna apply it now, like so, okay. This is a slight lighter purple, I've noticed, if the camera can pick that up. And then what you wanna do, just spread it effectively like that. You may also wanna use a wide tooth comb because this ensures that the conditioner gets as far as possible across the hair. It gets the maximum possible coverage, okay? So I'm doing everything that I can to just give it that maximum coverage without overusing it, okay? So this is the back of the system. Again, I'm just gonna sort of comb through just so that it gets maximum coverage. And you may want to set yourself a timer as well. I usually just roughly estimate 3 minutes anyway. You don't need to have it on any longer than that, but it does advise on the instructions to keep it on for 3 minutes. So I'd recommend you have it on for 3 minutes as an absolute minimum. And we'll just spread that along. There's a little bit of glue there, as normally happens when you've got glue on the base. Okay, and as you can see, the coverage there's pretty good. I'm going to apply a little bit more. Okay. Again, this smells really amazing. It smells it's probably the same smell actually as the shampoo, but it does smell really good. Okay, so we're just going to be covering that as much as possible. And you really want to make sure, not just that you're getting the cuticles at the base, you want to make sure you're getting right to the edges, like where the hairline is. You want to be getting as much coverage of this conditioner as humanly possible. Because so often I see that guys, they're conditioning their system and they completely forget about the front. So this is the front here, okay? Just comb that down. Comb it down, just like that, okay? And then you're just making sure that the conditioner is getting right to the tips, okay? Just like that. All right, so we're gonna leave that in the sink for 3 minutes and then we're gonna wash it out. So we've left it about 3 to 4 minutes and now we're gonna rinse this conditioner, this purple color protective conditioner, out of the system. Now, something that I've noticed which is quite positive early on is that there's barely any hair that's been removed from the system, which is great. Usually you get quite a few more hairs than that. So that is encouraging, number one. Now we're gonna wash it out. Now the great thing is, well, a not so great thing is that with conditioner, it can be quite hard to know when you've fully got it out of the hair. However, because this is purple in color, it's going to become a lot easier to spot if there's still some stuck in the hair. So we're going to rinse it now. And I always recommend just give the base and the hair just a good squeeze. And you can see, well, there's a lot of purple coming out, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. I'm liking the actual shine on the hair as well. The hair's looking really shiny, which is good. It's looking alive. Vibrant, which is good, which is encouraging. As I mentioned earlier in the video, system's about 2 months old now, I think. It's an ultra thin skin. It is the upgrade Mirage. And we'll just sort of wash the base as well. You just want to give it a squeeze, just to get rid of any of that excess conditioner. You can also tell if there's conditioner by looking on the underside, and if there's purple spots, that means there's still conditioner in there. Luckily, we don't have any. So, there you go. It's been washed out fully. I'm going to let it dry now. And then I'm going to apply the leave-in conditioner. And then we're going to see what it looks like on my head and compare it to my hair on the sides. So you just want to give that a good amount of coverage. And just sort of brush it through. Now, it's not pinned to the mannequin head, so it might slip off. It's obviously much better when it's glued to your head. You can also do that if you want. I'm just going to comb through that, let that dry, and then I'm going to basically glue it, put it back on my head, and then we'll look to see how it compares with my bio hair on the side, and hopefully It still looks pretty seamless, so let's see how we get on. Hello guys, the hair system is back on now. It's actually the next day. By the time I'd finished filming last night, it was really late. The Champions League was on, my team were playing. For my American viewers, the Champions League is it's basically the qualifying rounds for the Super Bowl. So I decided to just go to bed, and I've got the system on today, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the sides. So as you can see here, you know, the color blend is pretty constant. It's pretty good with this shampoo. You know, this is a 2-month-old system. It's an ultra thin skin. It's an upgrade Mirage. And I've actually grown my hair out a bit longer on the sides on purpose because it just shows a lot better how the color of the system blends with the natural side hair. Now, quite often with ultra thin skins, you can naturally see a bit of fading, a little bit of color fade on the actual hair system hair itself. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with this. And that shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in has done a pretty good job. I must say I'm pretty happy with it. Now, if color fading is something that concerns you, and let's be honest, it concerns most hair system wearers, you might want to consider getting this set of products yourself. Scruffy Hair Co are offering 10% off all of their products, including these ones, if you put Revive10 into the coupon code box when you check out. Now, there's a very special link in the description beneath this video, which you click on, it takes you to their website, and you just select this product. I'm gonna write the name of the product in the description box as well. I'd probably recommend it's best to get the shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in conditioner together because they seem to work really well synergistically. Also, if you use that link and the 10% discount code, you also get free shipping. If you order before noon, they ship the same day, so you get your product pretty quick. I've got a lot of really positive reviews from my subscribers, from people who've watched my videos, have ended up buying products from them, and as a result, I'm really happy to recommend them. You get legitimate products with them, you get legitimate Ghost Bond, you get legitimate Walker Tape, and they've got their own line of products as well, including the shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in conditioner. I hope you found this video really helpful, guys. Have you found that hair discoloration has been an ongoing issue for you with hair systems? If you have, you wouldn't be the first, you certainly wouldn't be the last. Literally a huge majority of people who wear systems encounter this problem, which is why I'm looking at products, I'm recommending products which can get you more time without the inevitable hair system discoloration. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'm really looking forward to speaking with you in the next one, and I'd love to hear your thoughts if you do decide to buy these products and try them out for yourself. Until next time, I'll speak to you very soon.